Embarking on a journey of self-discovery and self-affirmation is a challenge we all face at some point. A crucial part of this is learning to set personal boundaries and understanding the power of saying no. We often find ourselves trapped in the habit of prioritizing the needs of others, often at the expense of our own well-being. This reflection aims to explore the underlying dynamics of this behavior by highlighting the importance of recognizing and respecting our own limits. We will discuss how the act of walking away from toxic situations or relationships is not just a gesture of self-preservation, but also a powerful expression of self-respect and autonomy. Throughout this video, we will explore the various facets of this process, considering how the ability to say no and maintain a clear direction in life can transform your relationship with yourself and with others, leading to a more authentic and satisfying existence. Before we begin, please check your subscription and feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts during the video. Let's start. It is an intriguing and quite common phenomenon. The tendency of many people to dedicate their time and effort to others, often even beyond their own limits and needs. But what is the root of this behavior? It could be an internal search for personal validation, a deep longing to be valued and accepted. Or perhaps these people believe their self-worth is intrinsically linked to how they are perceived by others. This excessive concern for others' perceptions can become a trap. When you worry too much about what others think, you risk losing your own identity. You become a reflection of others' expectations and opinions, as if your existence depends on their approval. This can be exhausting and in many cases lead to a vicious cycle of a constant search for recognition and approval. This journey for acceptance can be motivated by various reasons. Some may feel insecure about their own worth, relying on external validation to feel deserving. Others may have grown up in environments where love and attention were conditioned on meeting others' expectations, leading them to believe this is the only way to be loved or respected. However, it's crucial to recognize that this constant search for others' approval can be a lonely and unfulfilling path. It's like trying to fill an inner void with something that is always out of reach. The key to breaking this cycle may lie in developing a healthier relationship with yourself, learning to value your own opinions and needs. By doing so, you can begin to embark on a path of greater authenticity and personal fulfillment, where the opinions of others are just one part of the whole, not the determining factor of your happiness and self-esteem. Many of us at some point find ourselves dedicating our time and energy to others. But why does this happen? Is it a search for self-affirmation or a deep desire to be appreciated? An excessive concern for others' opinions can turn us into hostages of their judgments. If you often find yourself in this situation, I want to share a valuable strategy with you to reclaim your sovereignty and self-worth. This strategy is simply known as walking away. It may sound abrupt, but in some circumstances, it is a necessary step to reaffirm your personal power. Throughout life, we encounter various people. Some don't respect boundaries, others are overly dependent, or even cruel and selfish. Showing these people that you are willing to walk away not only strengthens your independence but also reclaims control over your own life. The power of walking away is strengthened by two fundamental pillars: the ability to say no and the presence of a clear direction in your life. If you tend to get lost in the desires of others, or worse, feel used or mistreated, you probably have a hard time rejecting requests and lack a defined purpose. Having a clear goal shows the world that you value your time and, by extension, your life. This naturally distances you from situations where your boundaries are disrespected. Staying focused on your path reduces the need to seek external approval. Remember, walking away is not just a physical action, but a mindset of self-worth and respect. Adopting this stance sends a powerful message. You are responsible for your life. Thank you for dedicating your time to this reflection. Walking the other way might sound like a drastic measure, but at certain times, it becomes an essential action to affirm your autonomy. Throughout life's journey, we cross paths with countless people. Some of these interactions are fleeting, like leaves in the wind, while others take deep root in our hearts. Every encounter, whether brief or long-lasting, leaves its unique mark on our personal story. Deciding to walk away is not always easy. It often comes with a mix of emotions, a combination of relief with a touch of melancholy. But it's important to remember that taking control of our own narrative is a sign of maturity and self-knowledge. Knowing when to say goodbye, when to close a chapter, is a vital skill for building a satisfying and authentic life. In some cases, this choice may seem selfish to others. However, it is an act of self-preservation. By moving away from situations or people that no longer resonate with our values or aspirations, we open up space for new, enriching opportunities and experiences. This journey of personal discovery is a mosaic of encounters and goodbyes, each one adding a unique color to the broader picture of our existence. These moments of departure, though sometimes painful, are crucial for our growth. They teach us about our limits, our desires, and most importantly, about who we truly are. By sharing these reflections, I hope to spark curiosity and interest in my audience, encouraging them to look at their own stories with a new perspective, full of possibilities and learning among the different people who cross our path. Some present particular challenges to understanding and respecting personal boundaries. Some can be excessively dependent, clinging to us and demanding a disproportionate amount of our time and energy. These interactions, although often well-intentioned, can become exhausting, creating an imbalance in the relationship. On the other hand, there are those we could classify as unpleasant and malicious. These are people who, unfortunately, see social interactions as an opportunity for manipulation and exploitation. This word, when used in an assertive and respectful way, is a sign of inner strength and confidence. Secondly, direction is the element that guides us where we want to go, both literally and metaphorically. Having a direction means having goals, aspirations, and a sense of purpose in life. Knowing where you are headed makes it easier to make decisions and choose paths that align with your values and objectives. Direction gives us focus, helping us avoid distractions and negative influences. Together, know and direction form a powerful combination. While know protects us from unwanted external influences, direction keeps us on the path toward achieving our goals and dreams. These two concepts are crucial for maintaining personal integrity and following a path that is truly our own. If you find yourself frequently giving in to the whims of others, or in more severe cases, being exploited, manipulated, or abused by others, this could indicate a difficulty in asserting your no and a lack of clear direction in life. These are warning signs that deserve attention and reflection. The inability to say no often arises from a desire to please, to avoid conflict, or from the belief that our needs and desires are less important than those of others. This behavior, although it may seem harmless at first, can lead to a cycle of self-denial and resentment, and create an environment ripe for being used or abused by others. On the other hand, a lack of direction can be the result of uncertainties, a lack of self-knowledge, or a fear of pursuing our true interests. Without a clear direction, it's easy to be influenced by the will and goals of others, losing the opportunity to live a life that is truly our own. Recognizing these patterns in yourself is the first step towards change. Begin by strengthening your self-esteem and self-awareness, understanding what you truly value and desire for your life. From there, you can start to practice assertiveness, learning to say no when necessary and to set and pursue your own goals and aspirations. Indeed, the inability to say no and a lack of clear direction can lead to a less firm and assertive stance. When we are not rooted in our own values and goals, we become more susceptible to the influence and interests of others. This lack of firmness can be perceived by others and, in some cases, unfortunately exploited. When people notice this absence of direction in someone, they may feel encouraged to impose their own will and goals on that person. This can happen subtly or more directly, but the result is the same. You could end up living a life that is more a reflection of others' expectations and desires than of your own aspirations. It is important to emphasize that having a direction in life does not mean having an inflexible plan or an unchangeable vision of the future. It means having a sense of purpose, knowing what is important to you, and making decisions that are aligned with those values and goals. Direction provides a guide, an internal compass that helps you navigate the complexities and challenges of life. On the other hand, the ability to say no is an act of self-affirmation. It is recognizing and honoring your own limits, needs, and desires. Saying no is not just rejecting something unwanted. It is also an affirmation of yourself and what you value. If you are enjoying this, don't miss the opportunity to acquire the ebook now. Stoicism in the 21st Century: Ancient Strategies for Modern Challenges, and unlock your prosperity, abundance, and improve your relationships with this ebook. The link is in the pinned comment. When people notice someone's lack of commitment to their personal goals, they may begin to perceive that person's time as less valuable than their own. This perception can lead to a harmful dynamic where you are expected to prioritize the needs and desires of others over your own. Such a situation not only diminishes the importance of your time and efforts, but it can also establish a pattern where your own goals and aspirations are consistently postponed. This dynamic can be subtle and frequently not done with malicious intent. However, it reinforces the idea that the needs of others are more important, which can lead to a cycle of self-neglect. When you spend most of your time fulfilling others' expectations, you can end up losing the opportunity to invest in yourself and your own aspirations. This situation highlights the importance of developing a sense of direction and purpose. Having clear and personal goals helps you set healthy boundaries and make decisions that reflect your own priorities. This does not mean ignoring the needs of others, but finding a balance between helping others and taking care of yourself. Furthermore, learning to value your own time and efforts is crucial. This involves recognizing your worth and the importance of your own goals and aspirations. By valuing yourself, you teach others to do the same. From the perspective of those who see others less committed to their own goals, the idea may arise that by dedicating your time to satisfy their demands, you are using your time in a useful way, serving their interests. This view is problematic because it places the value of your time and efforts solely in the context of their usefulness to others, and not in relation to your own satisfaction and personal growth. This mentality can lead to the belief that your worth is intrinsically linked to your ability to be useful to others, instead of recognizing your inherent value as an individual. Such an approach not only minimizes the importance of your own aspirations and needs, but can also lead to a loss of self-esteem and a sense of dissatisfaction with life. It is essential to recognize that being useful to others is only one of the many ways to make valuable use of your time. The true value of your time is also shown when you work towards your own goals, take care of yourself, or simply do things that bring you joy and satisfaction. By dedicating yourself intensely to a personal goal, you embark on a journey of meaningful self-appreciation. This dedication not only reflects a clear definition of priorities, but also resonates as an affirmation of the value of your time and life. This stance sends a strong signal to both yourself and those around you, indicating that every minute is precious and should be used thoughtfully and meaningfully. This choice to live with a clear purpose fundamentally changes how others perceive you. People begin to see someone who makes conscious decisions about how to invest their time, someone who is not available to be indiscriminately consumed by the whims of others. Instead of being perceived as a resource available to others, you are seen as an individual with your own desires, ambitions, and passions. Committing to your goals has several marked advantages. First, there's a sense of authenticity and integrity. Your actions and choices begin to reflect your internal values and beliefs, providing a sense of genuine and true living. Secondly, this dedication fosters an increase in self-respect and consequently, in the respect that others have for you. When you show that you value your own time, you naturally teach others to do the same. Furthermore, this attitude of commitment can serve as a source of inspiration for those around you. By observing your effort and the achievements that come from it, you become a positive example, encouraging others to pursue their own dreams and passions. There is also the crucial aspect of setting healthy boundaries. By dedicating yourself to your goals, you learn to say no to demands that do not align with your priorities, maintaining a healthy balance between meeting the needs of others and your own. Furthermore, maintaining a focus on your personal goals and aspirations is an effective strategy for walking away from situations where your boundaries are violated or where you are exposed to abuse. This ability to walk away from harmful environments is crucial in various aspects of life, whether in work, marriage, or even friendships. In a professional context, for example, having a clear sense of direction can help you identify when a work situation becomes toxic or harmful, whether due to colleagues who do not respect your boundaries or an excessive and unbalanced workload. Knowing when and how to retreat can be vital for your mental health and professional progress. In a similar way, in personal relationships like marriages or friendships, the ability to stay true to your own goals and values helps you identify when these relationships become one-sided or harmful. It can often be difficult to recognize and admit that a close relationship is causing more harm than good. However, by focusing on your own needs and goals, you become more adept at realizing when it is time to withdraw and seek healthier, more balanced environments and relationships. This ability to walk away is not just a form of self-preservation. It is also an act of self-respect. It involves recognizing your own worth and understanding that you deserve to be in relationships that are respectful and reciprocal. By incorporating these concepts into a narrative, the message conveyed is one of empowerment and self-defense. It encourages listeners to consider the importance of protecting themselves from harmful situations and to recognize the value of seeking environments that promote their well-being and personal growth. Being focused on your own path has the effect of reducing excessive concern for others' affairs and opinions. When you focus on yourself, the need to seek external approval significantly decreases. You begin to understand that the only person you really need to prove something to is yourself. This type of self-knowledge and self-confidence is liberating and fundamental to building an authentic and fulfilling life. Walking away from abusive people and destructive environments is a powerful way to protect your self-respect and integrity. This is not a sign of weakness, but rather of strength and self-awareness. By making this decision, you choose not to allow your mental health and well-being to be compromised by toxic situations or relationships. This attitude also sends a clear message to the world around you. You are in control of your life. You decide who and what deserves your time and energy. This does not mean that you don't care about friends, family, or partners. On the contrary, it shows that even though you love and value your relationships, you do not depend on them for your happiness or sense of worth. Setting and maintaining healthy boundaries is a way of showing that you respect yourself and expect the same respect from others. Adopting the stance of walking away in negotiation situations sends a powerful message, especially in a business context. This attitude signals to others involved that you have other options and that although you are interested, you are not completely dependent on that specific deal to move forward. This is a demonstration of confidence and an abundance mindset that can be incredibly influential in negotiations. The abundance mindset is not necessarily based on having a lot of money, possessions, or a large social circle. Instead, it is about an internal perspective, a state of contentment and confidence in your ability to achieve and create opportunities. When you operate from this point of view, you radiate a sense of self-assurance and self-sufficiency that can be very attractive and persuasive to others. This concept also applies to personal relationships. Loving and valuing the people in your life is natural and important, but it's crucial to understand that you do not need them for your own happiness or sense of worth. This understanding allows you to establish healthier and more balanced relationships, where there is no excessive dependency. In negotiations, the willingness to walk away and to be serious about it is often the strongest position. This is because it shows that you are making a conscious decision, not acting out of desperation or need. By being willing to leave the negotiating table if the conditions are not favorable, you maintain control and integrity of the situation. This stance not only increases your chances of achieving a favorable outcome, but it also ensures that regardless of the result, you remain in a position of power. You win by maintaining your standards and respecting your own boundaries. So, where do you stand? Are you living a life that truly reflects your values, or are you a prisoner of others' expectations? The journey of self-discovery is not about finding yourself, but about creating yourself. The power is already within you. You don't need permission to say no, to walk away, or to focus on your own path. It's an act of courage, a quiet rebellion against a world that constantly asks you to give more than you have. Your peace, your purpose, and your authenticity are not negotiable. They are worth fighting for, not with others, but with the parts of yourself that have forgotten their own worth. This is your wake-up call. The road to freedom is built on the choices you make every single day. Choose yourself. Choose your purpose. Choose your peace. If this message resonated with you, let it be the first step in your own revolution. If this video helped you, please like it and subscribe to the channel for more wisdom, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay centered, and until next time.